Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. Oh, how are you doing today? King Rex here, and today we're back at it again with Let's Chew and Build series. For today, there was a really big project, but unfortunately my recording software decided to cheat on me, aka it bugged out, so a lot of the footages that I was planning on were deleted. Or, they were not deleted, I deleted them because they were pretty much unwatchable, it was just very choppy. And we've made a pretty big project, so are you ready? I'm gonna slowly turn around. 3, 2, and 1. Ready? Here it is. This, my friends, is going to be the Grand Church. Look at this monstrosity. Oh my god, I just realized how big it's going to be. Oh my god, I overestimated myself even. Now there's also another structure over there, but that's gonna be for another episode. So yeah, this thing. Well, how did we do it? Well, to give you an idea of how long it is, from here all the way up to here, this is whopping 37 blocks, and in length, this building is whopping 29 blocks. So yeah, you can tell how big this thing is. That's much bigger than any of the previous structures that I've built. None of the other structures have the same size as it is, which is ridiculous. And yeah, as you can see, I've been starting to work on a little bit of it. You know, it's not like too bad to the point where, imagine if that was like halfway done. That would be awful. But yeah, you can check it out. You can see how it's gonna look like. To give you a short briefing, this is mostly the shape of the windows that we're gonna be going for. It's gonna be pretty simple, really. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna punch one block here and boom. Here you go, you get a cross. Very easy, right? Here, however, we're gonna make smaller windows. We're gonna be, well, besides this one is going to be obviously a big, nice cross. Just like that. Or actually, wait, it should be here. There you go. This one is gonna be a cross and, oops. Alright, I actually fit through that. Wasn't expecting it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we add this, and we do that. Alright, I think you get the idea as to how the windows are gonna be looking. But what about the smaller ones? What about the two gaps? How are we gonna make a cross on it? Well, spoiler alert, we're not. Instead, we're gonna do it like this. I know, it's a pretty interesting window, but you're gonna see how it's gonna look like. First things first, we wanna remove these blocks, add 2 here, then rotate, and do this, and then do this, and that's pretty much how it's gonna look like. Pretty simple, right? Now you can also replace those for this, but the thing is that the roof is gonna be starting off from right around here, and it's gonna be covering them, so if you want like the extra detail, you can add it, but when nobody's gonna see it, then why bother? So just put a full block to make your life a little bit more easy. And yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna remove these because we're not to the roof yet. We still have a lot of more work to do here. And yeah, if you couldn't tell, this is gonna be a long episode, so you may wanna grab something before you start watching because, wow, this is gonna be pretty darn long, to say the least. So, I'll try to replicate this window pattern to the other side of the church, and once I'm done, I'll be back, so yeah, be back in a minute. Alright, well, the window pattern has been completed. We're gonna add the windows later. Also, forgot to remove these blocks, god damn it. Anyway, moving on. What do we have here? We have this big gap. What, you think this is a window? Pff, this is a childish window. We're gonna turn it into something. We're gonna make another cross. Because religion, you know, religious stuff. Oh, this sounds so wrong, but I don't care. Okay, we need to make it... Actually, it should be here. To make it look better. Nice. Alright, here we have a cross. We're gonna do the same for the other tower, because yes, this is a tower. It may not look like a tower right now, but trust me, once we get into this build, it's gonna start to look a lot more like it. And yeah, there you go, perfect replica. Now we're gonna extend them... Now we're gonna pretty much do the outer blocks on the other side of the wall. We're gonna increase them up to pretty high length. So as you can see here, we already have 1. So let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 7 blocks. As you can see, it's pretty tall, right? Well, yeah, now we have to replicate it here, here, and on this side as well. So it's gonna take me a couple minutes, but really it's probably gonna be like a split second. So yeah, be right back. Oh, my bad. Did I say 7 blocks? I meant 8. Let me just recount this. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. It's 8. Sorry for that. It was just a little bit of a mishap on my end. So yeah, my dearest apologies. Anyway, back to work. Alright then. Well, the windows, the walls are pretty much done. And yeah, as you can see, they're pretty tall. I mean, when you stand here, that's a one tall. Whoa. Alright. So what are we gonna do here? Well, first of all, we need to get rid of this. I mean, what is this? These are just gigantic squares. We can't have it. This is bad. We're gonna redo it. We're gonna pretty much repeat the same pattern for the windows. So we're gonna do this, that, and yeah, we're gonna leave the full block because, as I said earlier, nobody really is gonna see it. So yeah, we're gonna just leave it like this for now. Then we wanna do that. Add one here. Wait, actually no, these are the two block ones. I keep forgetting, man. I don't know why. Okay, there you go. And we can replicate it on the same side later. Now for these parts, yeah, we're gonna do it pretty much the same way for this area, and this area right here. And yeah, it's a kind of a boring, repetitive process, so I'll skip through this and I'll be back in a second. Alright, well, the windows here are finished. Nice and simple, really. It just takes a little bit of time. And yeah, now we're pretty much done with the outer side of this church for now. Now what about the inside? Well, as you can see, we have these columns that we need to make up. So how do we do it? They're not really that complicated. I've made way more complicated columns before. So it's a simple process. What you want to do is increase it almost up to the max height, but not quite. You want to keep it like one block from the main height away. Then you want to fill it up with the stone brick, just like that. And now for the patterns. The patterns are really not that difficult. What you want to do is you want to put a slab on each side right here. Just skip these, because otherwise it's gonna make it look a little bit too goofy. I mean, you can add them, don't get me wrong, but I will not recommend it. Then you want to add a downwards facing slab, followed by a normal one, and then repeat. Pretty simple. And after that, you want to skip this one and add a stone brick slab right here. Boom. As you can see, looks pretty decent. We're gonna repeat this here, and we're gonna also make these small columns do that as well. Or are we? We'll find out. So yeah, be right back in probably a minute. Or for you a second, whatever. Be right back. Okay, column pattern completed. The only thing that you have to be worried about is these columns, because there's not enough space here, because obviously this will be a base of a tower, so we can't really change it, otherwise the tower is gonna look goofy. We're gonna keep the column like this. We're gonna make the pattern pretty easy. You can also remove this slab, but I'm just gonna add it because extra detail. I think it looks a little bit better that way. But hey, it's up to you. So, this is pretty much the grand entrance, and this is gonna lead into something. The question is what exactly? Well, in order to figure it out, we need to fill up these, the inner parts of said tower, so that way we can have a guideline for the roof. Because the roof is gonna be pretty darn complicated, as you can see from here. Well, it's not gonna be like super complicated, but still. It's gonna take a while, to say the least. It's not an easy roof. So, without any further ado, let's get to work and I'll meet you on the other side. Alright, well, the outer part is pretty much done. Or sorry, the inner part. As you can see, these blocks are not to their full height. That's because I want to still have a clear guideline as to where the tower is, so that way we don't mess up the build, because I can tell you, if you mess up the roof, then usually the entire building is work. I mean, look at this monstrosity. Don't tell me, you don't want to know how long it took to build all of this. And this is just the beginning, because would you look at that. Now we have some roofs. And yes, roofs. So we're gonna have multiples. We have one here, which is gonna go from here to here. Then we're gonna down. We're gonna leave some space here. Oops. We're gonna leave space here. Then we're gonna make a small one here, and then a slightly bigger one here. And we're gonna repeat the pattern that we did with the last two roofs. However, over here, there are different ones. And they're gonna look something like this. They're gonna go from here all the way up to the said tower. Now, for the height of the tower, you're gonna see, I think we'll make it, let me just check. Let me double check. Yeah, we'll make it quite a few blocks high, but that's for later. First of all, we have a lot of roofs to work with. We need to do a lot of roofing. However, it's not gonna be stone brick. Nah, that looks bad. Let me just figure out, what should we use? Well, since we're looking at something cool, let's try out this. How does a quartz stair fit in? It looks sticking out too much. Let me figure it out. Cobblestone to accompany it, maybe? Actually, it can work. You know what, we're gonna make it out of cobblestone, just so we can have some variety into the blocks. And yeah, I'll start working on the roof, and I'll meet you on the other side, and then we're gonna discuss what we're gonna do about said towers. So, be right back. Oh, alright, finally it is done. And yeah, as you can see, the roof is done here, as well as the roof for the back side, right up in here. And it looks beautiful. Besides this area, this one had to be fixed real quick. But everything else looks pretty splendid. Now we're gonna add windows here, but that's gonna be for later. First things first, here, what do we have? Well, we have, as I said, multiple roofs. There are 5 in total. And if you're wondering, well, how do you build these arcs? It's pretty simple. The roof edges, very easy. So we want to go 1, then 2, like this, and then you want to repeat it one last time before adding it up. And yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty decent. And it's raining, because of course, Minecraft, am I right? So yeah, anyway, besides the raining weather, the roof is done. What's next? Well, first of all, we need to extend the height of these towers by not 1, not 3, but 7 blocks. We have to do it both on the outer side of the building and on the inner part of the building. However, this area, will be left open, and you're gonna see why later. So, without any further ado, let's get back to work, because, oh boy, there's a lot more to be done to this church in order for it to be finished, so be right back. Alright, well, the towers are pretty much elevated, and the windows are looking pretty good. The only difference is that I ended up removing the windows here because they're not quite symmetrical. I mean, it's gonna be here, but, you know, if the center of the window was like right here, then yes, but since we're going with a pretty interesting roof design, we can't really do that. Now, for this area, you may be asking, well, what happened to it? Well, I just added some cobblestone slabs all the way up to here. You don't want this area though. You don't want to fill it up all the way. You want to leave 1 block, and then you want to just do a nice small case up to here, and then boom, it connects. You know, it seems reasonable in my opinion. So, what's next? Well, before we get to the roof of these towers, I want to show you something on the interior real quick. And yeah, before you ask, there are torches because there were bats spawning in, which was a little bit unintentional. So yeah, as you can see here, the cobblestone kind of gives away that it looks meh. You know, it doesn't really fit in with like the whole stone brick theme. So what are we gonna do? Well, pretty simple. We're gonna fill it up like this, and we're gonna repeat it all the way up to here. Or actually, let me check one thing. I think I forgot 1 block here. Oh yeah, there it is. I forgot to fill in this part, so actually you gotta fill it only up to this area. This one, we're just gonna fill it up nicely, just like that. And boom. Then you want to repeat the process here and on the other sides of this place, just so it can be more good looking. Now, if you want to, you can also add a slab. You can also add like a stone brick slab alongside a stair in order to make it look a little bit more interesting. But I would say this looks slightly better. You know. I don't know, I'm not gonna put the slab. You can add it if you want, but I would say it's just up to the person building or trying to replicate this monstrosity. Anyway, now that we get up to here, what do we have? Well, this is going to be an entrance area. This is where the tower is the main entrance to the towers are going to be. You know, we're gonna have an entrance here, And then we're gonna have an entrance right here. Now it's gonna look a little goofy, I know, but trust me on that. It's gonna be something like this. And yeah, now you're probably wondering, well, what about this area? Well, I lied to you. Yeah. Because sometimes that's what I like to do. I like to intrigue you guys. I want to show you that we can do it. We can completely ignore this part of the wall because look at that. The upper part of the wall where the tower is gonna be sticking out is already done. So what are we gonna do? Well, it's pretty simple. We're just gonna build 2 blocks of stone bricks. Then we're gonna add stairs like this. And the reason why I'm leaving 1 block spacing is that I want a different design and I want to try it out. And so far, it looks pretty good in my opinion. You know what? We're gonna do the same thing here. However, I'll probably have to remove this. And we'll see how I'm gonna do it. I don't know. I guess I'll keep it for now. Wait, is this slab? Yes, it is. Huh. Aw. Alright, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna leave the slab. Screw it. It looks a little bit better. And yeah, now for the entrances. They're gonna be here. They're gonna start from here. Not from here, because otherwise we're gonna have like 1 block walking space, which is just bad. Bad in every way, shape, and form. So here we're gonna leave some space. We're gonna fill this up, filling it up with stone brick, and then we're gonna add a nice little stair that's gonna lead to here, and then we're gonna make a nice little doorway, which is gonna be looking like this. You know, pretty simple door. Just make sure to add the stair backwards. You know, if you add it upward, if you add it like a normal stair, it's gonna be a little meh. At least in my opinion. I don't know. For you it may look good, for me it just doesn't fit in quite. Okay, now we're gonna fill this up. But we don't want to fill it too much, alright? We're gonna fill it only up to here. And you're probably thinking, well, what are we gonna do with this accessible area? You're gonna find out later on. For now, it's just gonna be like this. Now I'm gonna replicate the same thing here, which, you know, shouldn't take too long, so I'm not gonna cut it off, because it's a pretty simple design. Ah, oh, come on, weather. Oh my god. You know what, for the next video, I need to look up commands on Minecraft and see how we can lock up the mod for the weather to be permanently like sunny instead of like occasionally raining, because, you know, I mean I can edit it out, but you know, I'll keep it for now. That's why I turned off the sound of Minecraft so the guys don't get bothered. You're not gonna hear the rain, meanwhile I'm hearing it unfortunately, but it is what it is. Bat, you're the one responsible for this. Get out of here. Out of here. Out of this holy place. I guess you're gonna stay. Whatever, it is what it is. So, we're gonna work on the inner parts of the church later. First things first, we gotta get the roofs done. And how are we making the roofs? Well, first of all, you wanna surround this area like this. And I know, why? Why are we surrounding it from here? And we're gonna do like an archway like this? The answer to that is maybe. But we'll see later on. For now, we just wanna do this. We wanna add one here. And we wanna add an additional one right here. And then for the corners, usually I would say fill it up with a normal block of cobblestone. You can also use stairs and do something like this if you want. If you want to add some variety. But I would say this is just it doesn't look quite as pleasing to me, so I'm just gonna add the regular blocks. I mean, I know, bland and a little generic, but it is what it is. This project is big, so I wanna make it look somewhat decent. So yeah, let's add these here, and boom. We're gonna replicate the process on the other tower, and I'm gonna fix the weather, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, well that was simple now, wasn't it? Yep, it was. But be prepared, because here's where things are about to get really, really complicated, because the roof of these things is anything but simple. Yeah, as you can see, the shape is pretty easy to follow, you know? It's like, pretty easy. However, it's way more complicated. Look at that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna keep on doing it. And then we wanna try it out on the next side. So we're gonna do this. And we're gonna keep doing that. We wanna do it until these two are kind of on the same height. This. Then I'm gonna start doing this one. The other reason why I'm doing it like this is because I want you guys to make sure that everything is going alright. And there you go. Everything is connected, but for some reason this one is a little bit smaller than expected. Let me check. Oh, that's why. This one is slightly bigger, no wonder. Let me fix it. Okay, there you go. Now these two meet. So you wanna repeat this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 times. And then you wanna add a cobblestone slab right on top of this bad boy. So we're gonna do this, this, boom, and boom. And yeah, seems pretty easy, right? And kind of. Depends. I guess it depends. That's what you can say. Then we want to fill this up in a pretty specific pattern. We want to do it like this. Then we want to do that. And here, you can just add it at any direction you want. It's pretty much up to you. Then you want to do it like this. You can also make it so that the stairs are connected like this if you really want to. It's an option, but I'll skip on it. I'll skip on that option. This is one of my more uniquer builds, so I don't want to reuse tactics that I already know. I want to try out something different, if you know what I mean. Then here, once you're done, you can just fill it up with some cobblestone blocks. We can also do it right now, because why not? Then we're gonna do it again. And then here we're gonna add just a few more. Right up to here. And let's see. One here, one here. I guess we can add one. Actually, where do I want it? Let's keep it even. Let's do it like this. I think it looks slightly better. Okay, there you go. Now for this area, you're probably thinking, well, what are we gonna do? Fill it up. It's as simple as that. And for here, you can do one of two things. You can just add a slab or a stair. Honestly, it's up to you. I would say probably a slab, because it looks a little bit better, at least to me. But you can add something else if you want. For now, it's gonna be a slab. You can switch it up for something else if you want, but for me, that's the way it is. And yeah, this is just one part. This is just like a quarter of the tower. Not even a quarter. It's not even a quarter, man. Or maybe it is. Nah, it's not. Oh my god, let's just say that I have a lot of work here. So yeah, I'll be back in like a second for you, but it's probably gonna be like 30 minutes for me. Because roofs are a pain in the butt, especially if they're as complex as this guy. So yeah, be right back. Alright, I was working on the roof and I decided to make a little change. You know, instead of doing the stairs here like this, where we're gonna have to leave a bunch of empty space that we have to fill up, I decided, you know what? Let's just elevate them by one block, and would you look at that? It fits up pretty darn well. I mean, look at that. Wait, this is the wrong one. I just add one here, and boom, boom. Look at that. It feels much more natural, at least in my opinion. And the other reason why there's one block below them is because otherwise I'll have to do this easy to make shape, which just basics. Basics. Just remove it. Too basic. We hate basic stuff here, man. We like doing it uniquely. But this is gonna cost some time, so I better get to work in this case, don't I? Alright, well, with that change out of the way, let's get back to work, because this tower is not even done. And we have another one waiting for us. Oh my Jiminy Christmas. Alright, well, that took way too long. Oh my god, you don't want to ask how long it took to make these monstrosities of a roof, but they're done. However, that's not it. Oh, no, we have way more. As you can see here, we have a tower. This is one of the bell towers, so, you know, we can just ring the bell and, you know, do whatever. Now, I don't have my sound on, so you probably hear nothing here, so yeah, that's a little awkward. Anyway, let's move on. So, how do we replicate this? Well, it's pretty simple. you wanna, after you're done with this part, you wanna extend, you wanna add one block of cobblestone right behind it and extend it by 1 in height. Then you wanna go for something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You wanna make it 4 blocks in height for the cobblestone walls on each corner, just like that. Then here's the fun part. You wanna go for one of these stairs facing downwards, like this. And I know it looks kind of odd, but trust me, it's gonna make sense in a minute. If I can place them, that is. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. This process took way too long, man. Like, I know I've built big things before, but this is something on another level. Anyway, enough complaining. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the most upper blocks of cobblestone wall and replace them with cobblestone. It's mostly for simplicity, nothing else really. Then, what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna connect these. We're gonna connect them all the way around. However, in the corners, we wanna leave a nice slab. You wanna add it right around here. This is where you want the slab to be. You can also add it like this, but it looks it's kind of sticking out. It looks like it's not supported by anything. So, for the sake of having some sort of logic, which you know in Minecraft, yeah, logic in Minecraft, great. Let's just say for aesthetic purposes, let's just leave it at that. So, what's next? Well, now we're gonna extend these areas, skipping up the corners by 1 block. You don't want to fill in the corners, I repeat that. Do not fill them with 1 block, it's gonna look pretty bad. Since we're going for the pattern of since we're going for the pattern of adding 1 stair and then adding what would you call it? A full block and then adding another stair. I want this to be pretty much the same. I want to keep up the theme of the roof. So, what are we gonna do here? Well, the easy part is adding these. We're gonna add the stairs, just like that, on the full blocks. Then, wait, first things first, do that. I forgot to extend it by 1 block, my bad. So we do this. You know, looks pretty easy, right? And it is. Then you wanna add not a full block here. You do not want to fill it like this. You want to fill it up with just a regular, good old slab. And it makes it look pretty decent. For these areas, for the corners here that we missed, just put another slab. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. And for here, just add 1 here, 1 block. And then you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the cobblestone wall. And then right around here, you want to extend 2 blocks to make it look like a cross. And kaboom! Here's a tower. Nice and easy, right? And what you can also do, which I'm probably going to be doing once we get to the interior of this building, which I'm not sure how long it's going to take. You can do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can add the bell. Just like that. Wait, is it 4? Yeah, I think it's 4. And yeah, for now we're just going to leave it here. You know, nothing too special, just showcasing. And yeah, the towers are done, and with that, everything in the roof section is finally done. Don't ask how long this process took. Let's just say it was annoying. Very, very annoying. So, let's move on to the back side. Because, you know, here we have a pretty empty space. What are we supposed to do with it? It has to be filled up with something, isn't it? Well, yeah, that's where you are correct. We're gonna fill it up with graves. And how do you make a gravestone? Well, it's very easy. Let me just get the correct blocks. You're gonna need a cobblestone slab, cobblestone stair, and you can also get the mossy one. There's the mossy cobblestone, and I believe there's a mossy cobblestone slab here. There should be, right? It has to be here. Oh yeah, there it is. And it's raining again. Oh my god! How many times did it start raining in this episode alone? Jeez. All right, so you want to get the gravestone, and you want it. We're gonna start them from like here. Let's just mark it off. We're gonna get one gravestone here. We're gonna leave some space, and we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it in a row of 5. We're gonna leave some space, and let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we have exactly enough space for quite a few gravestones. So we're gonna do this, this, and you know what? I'm not gonna bother you with watching everything. It's not gonna be as simple though. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me just place them just so I know what I'm doing later on, because my brain is starting to fry. If you couldn't tell, like that was just so much building. Anyway, so for the models of the gravestone, you can interpret them in a different way if you want. You can do it like you can do the simple design, which is like this. You can make it a little bit more complicated by adding some mossiness to it. You can do it like this, for example. You can make some of them slightly taller. You know, you can do it like this. You can make it slightly smaller, and you pretty much do whatever your heart's desire. Pretty much, you can make them higher or lower than the others to your heart's contempt. Just don't make it look Just don't make it look something like this, because this does not look like a gravestone at all. So yeah, we're gonna remove this, and we're gonna get to work. And we're also gonna need some pathways, which I'm gonna make. It's pretty easy. It's a pretty simple process. And for this area, I'm gonna tell you what to do in a minute. But before that, let's finish up the graves. Alright, well, it's pretty much done. And yeah, I'm aware that it's still raining, but it's fine. So, for this entrance, I decided to add some stone. The path is made out of stone block, by the way, just casual stone. Added some bushes here. Let me just remember which one it was. It was flowering azalea leaves. I think this is like the cave tree thing that grows underground or something. I don't know, I haven't really played too much of 1.18 on survival, so I'm pretty new to these, but they look really cool, at least in this texture pack. And I added a layer of stone slabs on top of them, just so it can make it look a little bit better. And here I added some stairs, here and there. Also, here's the main path. You can get from this side of the chapel or from this side. It's pretty much from wherever you prefer. And here are the graves, as you can see, some of them differ in size. Others have more mossy cobblestone than a regular one. I was thinking about making one completely out of mossy cobblestone, but it was gonna look weird. And then I added some flowers in between each grave to make it look a little bit more, you know, appealing. And here we added some lanterns, just so we can have some nice light. In case anyone wants to visit their dead relatives at night and, you know, pray or whatever, they can do that with some pretty nice lighting. And now we're almost done for this part. What we need to do now is fill up the windows. And for the windows, we're gonna be using... Let me check. I think I'm gonna... After experimenting with so many of these glasses, I think the red stained glass is gonna fit in the best. It just screams holy for me for some reason. I don't know why. It just makes it look good. On the other hand, we can also try to use... let me check this color. We can also try out the green, but it doesn't fit right. Something about the green just doesn't make it look as good as the red one. So I'm gonna stick to the red stained glass for now. And yeah, let me see here. Here we can actually add a nice window. Let me check. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2. Just like that. How did I not figure it out before? Alright, I guess we're gonna do a slight adjustment. You know, it's a small window, nothing too much. Just a nice little plus. I mean, that's pretty much what the shape is. It's a plus shape. Come on. It's not complicated, guys. Alright, I'm gonna fill it up. I'm gonna fill up everything that we have up in here for the windows with red stained glass, and we're gonna see how it's gonna look like. And I'll see you on the other side. Oh, alright. The windows are added to each side of the building. And I would say I'm satisfied with the way it looks. You know, on the outside, it looks pretty decent. Is it like the best that I could do? No. Definitely not by a long shot. But I think for the size, I would say it's satisfying enough. We may add some more stuff, but this is gonna do it for now, guys. The video, I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but let me tell ya, this thing took forever. And I'm kind of exhausted from today. So, unfortunately, we'll have to split up this video into 2 parts. In the second part, we're gonna do the interior of the building, and we may do some changes to the exterior of it if I decide to do that. But that's about it. As you can see, gigantic building, took a very long time, and I hope that you guys like it. Comment down below if you think that you can build something even bigger than this. Probably yes, if you're very good at Minecraft and you have the time to do so. So yeah, well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy. Over and out.